Howdy, y'all. Yo, so my name is Daniel, and I represent WhichBus, which is a simple, beautiful way to navigate public transit. So we're really happy to be here. It's actually, I thought that was going to be a little bit more nostalgic because it was just over a year ago at a little event called Startup Weekend in which WhichBus was founded at the old HUD place just down around the corner. So we're really excited to be here, really excited to show you the things we've been working on for the past year. So how many of y'all are like me and every morning and evening ride public transportation? Good, boom, love it. Okay, so in the US, sorry, we're one slide ahead here. So in the US, 35 million people ride public transportation every weekday. That's insane. It's a crazy amount of people, especially when the app market for these kind of public transportation services is so fragmented. It's crazy. I mean, I know down in San Francisco, they have multiple apps that have different feature availabilities, and really it should all just be in one place. Bus riding, public transportation should be simple, and it should be beautiful. So our vision with WhichBus is to be that global platform where people go to ride their ferry, to ride their bus, to ride everything. So we want to be that. Because we in Seattle know it shouldn't be complicated, because here we open up one app to get our routes, and we get one route and we say, okay, well, there's our route and we got to be at this bus stop, but we got to go to another app to get that real-time data. Is that bus late? Is it early? Do I really want to wait that long? So then we got to go back to the first app and get that second route. It gets complicated, it gets confusing. So how about a demo? See if we can get there. That looks good. Okay. So I preloaded everything. I didn't want to deal with Wi-Fi. Sorry, guys. I know you guys are killing it out there. So here we are. This is our WhichBus homepage. It's going to look great on any of your mobile devices, on your desktop browser, no issue. All we ask is where you headed and where you at, because we'll get you there. So here's a scenario. My friend visits me. Never been to Seattle before, right? So I live near Green Lake. All we want to do is go to the Space Needle. As you can see up there by the URL, all I entered was Green Lake and Space Needle. It should be that easy. And so we can see that, this was earlier today, that all we got to do is make sure we go catch that 16, which is on time, as you can see right here, at 4:01. No rush, no worry, we can get there. So we're at the Space Needle, and he's like, Daniel, I heard there's a sweet place in Bainbridge. We got to get dinner there. So we go, and we see that we're going to get back on that 16, and that 16, again, is a minute early, so we got to hustle, but no problem, because we know that ferry is at 4:40, and we're going to get it, and we're going to make it. So we go, and we have dinner at Bainbridge, but we want to come back, and he's like, Daniel, Starbucks, that's iconic Seattle. We got to hit it up, but there's a lot of them. So WhichBus is going to help you pick which one you want. So let's say Mercer Island. Want to try? Oh, it worked. Excellent. So we're actually going to take the ferry back to Seattle, go all the way to Mercer Island in this instance. But we're sitting actually at a Starbucks in downtown because we picked a reasonable distance, right? And he's like, Daniel, that thrift shop video, that was filmed in Capitol Hill, right? I was like, yeah, we're going to go to the Unicorn. So you can see right up there, 2nd and Spring, and we wanted to go to the Unicorn. And we see that the first option is actually 5 minutes late. It's supposed to come at 4:25. But the second option is a minute late, but it's coming at 4:26. We're going to grab that second option and get to the Capitol Hill in no time and have a great time. So simple, beautiful, nothing more, nothing less. We're going to get you there. Cool. So, like I said, works on all modern devices and browsers. If you have an iOS device, we are in the App Store, so you can go get our app. 1 minute. Thank you, sir. So make sure you go do that. Some of the events of the past year, Mr. Mayor McGinn was up here earlier. So last April was the very first Seattle Government Startup Weekend. We went again, we scrapped everything we wrote that first Startup Weekend, and we created a whole new WhichBus, brand new with a lot more features, and we got first place at that Seattle Government Weekend. Part of the prize was lunch with this guy, which was great. We got to show him WhichBus, even though admittedly he's a bike guy, but we don't fault him for that, it's cool. And then later, that same Seattle Government Startup Weekend was the launch of the Evergreen Apps Competition, which last October we won $30,000 to promote and keeps WhichBus a awesome Seattle app. So we'll keep going. Thank you. Oh no. Last but not least, or ask. So give it a go. Download WhichBus, check us out, give us your feedback, and if you see any of these beautiful people, especially that middle guy, talk to us. We're not shy. Thank you all. Thank you, Seattle Tech Meetup. Thank you, Hub.
All right, let's get some Q&A for WhichBus. You in the green. Oh, you go for it.
Right now, we only support Seattle. Right now. So he asked, what cities do you support? Right now, we only support Seattle. Greater Seattle, correct. So you could catch a bus, route yourself from Everett all the way to Seattle. You're good. Tacoma, yeah. Next, green. No, you're totally right, my friend. It's coming soon. It's right behind. We're just waiting on our application, our developer license, sorry. He's waiting on the Android app. Sorry, y'all. Oken? So he asked us what kept us going after that first startup weekend. And for me personally, is we're all bus riders every day. And if to make that experience smoother, more simple, more beautiful, I think it's worth it. So, especially for those who don't ride the bus yet. I think that's part of the reason I do it, is that there's a lot of people who are like, oh, it's too hard. You have to know all these bus routes and stuff like that. It should be easy. Passion, public transportation is, it's a passion. Revenue model, easy to answer because there isn't one. We've thought about it, and there's lots of different things we could do, especially with ads, especially like if you're sitting at a bus stop and you know you got 20 minutes, why not go visit Starbucks? And we'll give you a small discount or something like that, or the local coffee stand, something like that. Lots of stuff we've talked about.
Where do you get your data feeds?
Right now we use open data from Seattle. So we use OpenTripPlanner on the back end to do our routing, and we update that every couple of months because they release new data and stuff like that. So we're actually working with Metro as well to get even more high quality real-time data. So
How many users do you have, and how many users do you want to get to?
So we got about 1,300 people on our mailing list, and we have our iOS app has been downloaded over 1,000 times. So 1,001, I hear it right here. Green. Biggest advantage over one bus away. You don't know which bus you want to take or you need to take to get where you're going. One bus away is not going to help you there. We are. Over there. So he's saying, I use both. I can save routes in one bus away, but I know how to, if I don't know how to get there, I use WhichBus. Our next iteration is going to be your best friend. So coming soon. Yellow. So he asked, why didn't you build native apps if you have a website that works on all devices? And the truth is that our iOS app, we use PhoneGap. So we're big proponents of HTML5 and making that a better system. So we're going to keep going with that. Over there. So he uses Google Maps and One Bus Away. So he routes with Google Maps and sees real-time data with One Bus Away. WhichBus is going to help you route and also give you that real-time data in the routes view that we show you. So we're a combination of both. We're trying to get rid of that. Let's switch from one app to another app and then go back and forth to try to bring them together. You right there. One more time. What's that? How do we estimate the bus delay time? So that all comes from open data from the city of Seattle, right? And some of the buses are equipped with GPS, but some of them have this like very old odometer system, which basically updates as they roll over certain intersections. It's very crazy. So that's what we kind of feed off of. Way in the back.
Last question.
Could someone leapfrog his question? I can hear. I think absolutely. I think Google will want to have the real-time data just as much as anybody else has, or anybody else does, so they can show exactly what we're trying to show you. I don't see any reason why. As long as they can do it at scale, because they're not going to pick out Seattle and be like, oh, just Seattle. So that's my opinion. Thank you all. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, WhichBus.